We're learning to be tool safe.
Watch this video to find out the safety guidelines for this procedure.
Let's safely install a tire on a rim.
We need to start by inspecting the rim for damage, debris, and corrosion on the bead sealing surfaces.
Be sure the locking pin is in one of the rim bolt holes and the cone is centered in the center hole.
If we don't get the bead surfaces clean, the tire will leak air. It's recommended to replace the valve stem if it has been in use.
Whether new or used, make sure to remove the valve core. Put on your leather gloves and inspect the tire for wires sticking out, debris, or damage.
If the tire looks good, wipe it clean, inside and all around both tire beads. Lubricate both tire beads with a proper tire lubricant.
Set the tire on top of the rim, angling it downward on the guide side of the machine.
Check if the tire is unidirectional. If it is, it must be positioned to rotate the correct way.
Swing the guide arm into position over the rim and lower the guide down against the rim.
Put part of the lower bead on the install side of the guide and swing the lower tire bead in against the drop center groove of the rim.
Press the machine pedal to rotate the tire rim so that the lower tire bead slides over the guide surface and under the top edge of the rim.
Position the tire upper bead against the guide surface and push the adjacent tire bead down and under the rim top edge.
On a stiff tire, this sometimes takes some help from a partner.
Be careful to keep your fingers away from under the rim edge and the tire bead. That's a pinch point.
Press the machine pedal to rotate the tire and rim, making the upper bead slide under the top edge of the rim.
Sometimes you have to press the tire upper bead and sidewall down and under the top edge of the rim and into the drop center groove in the rim.
This gives the tire room to slide under the rim top edge, but keep your fingers away from the pinch point.
The tire is almost ready for some air.
Swing the guide arm out of the way of the tire.
Screw a valve core back into the valve stem using the proper tool.
Just make it gently snug. Don't over-tighten it.
Attach the air line and begin to add air to the tire. If the tire beads do not seal against the rim, you may, with your hands 180 degrees apart on each side of the tire, have to lift up to help the upper bead seal against the rim.
Step on the air pedal to send a high-volume blast of air up underneath and into the tire. This should do it, but repeat if necessary.
Eye protection is a must.
As you add some air to the tire, the beads should pop into place against the rim, often with a loud sound. Always keep your fingers well away from the tire beads. Pinch points.
Never allow the air pressure to exceed 40 psi while doing this.
After both tire beads have sealed against the rim, continue to add air until the pressure reaches the vehicle manufacturer's recommended amount. Never exceed the maximum pressure listed on the tire's sidewall.
Put the valve cap back onto the valve stem to finish the tire installation.
Now the tire is ready for balancing. That's another job. So let's do our tool-safe review.
Use your safety glasses, heavy work gloves, and footwear, and have a clear workspace. Visually inspect the tire and rim for damage. Remove the valve core and review steps for breaking the bead. Know the operation of your specific shop unit. Be familiar with the manual and any pedals, arms, gauges, or digital controls. Read the MSDS for the lubricant. Watch the positioning of your hands and feet at all times, especially when rotating.
Check both the door of the vehicle for proper inflation recommendation and the manufacturer's tire wall itself. If they don't match, confirm with your teacher. Don't guess. Never overinflate. Watch for pinch points during all steps. Clean up the workspace and put away parts and tools, and mark the tire that's been removed accordingly for disposal, repair, or reuse.
And if you're not sure about anything for safety, ask your teacher for more direction.
And don't forget to be tool safe.